today we are going to learn about the word problems. Though we had started this in last class, but let us quickly recap all the concepts and solve most important questions from our NCERT textbook. Student, these word problems are based on the concept of solving the equation. But in previous exercise, equations were given in the term of x, y, some variable, some constant with equal sign on either side, means left hand side, right hand side. But in word problem, the same kind of equation is given in form of a statement only, and you have to calculate the unknown. So unknown you have to assume as x, and you have to apply the given statement carefully to frame the equation. So each and every word in this word problem are very important. From each and every word we are framing the equation. That is equally important for framing the equation, whether they will be in multiplication or division or addition. Those conclusions are drawn from these statements. So student, in this word problem, the first thing you must read carefully the complete question. Then whatever the unknown that have to be calculated, assume that as x. You may assume as other variables, say y or z. You have to learn about one variable, so better to use only one variable. Then again read the question part wise so that you can frame the equation. So from that part you have to understand whether it is adding something, subtracting, or what is happening, and from that you have to frame the equation, and from that equation you have to calculate the unknown that you have assumed. So this equation that will be framed, that will contain your unknown, some constant and variable, those things. Example, last I had explained this question. If you subtract 1 by 2 from the number multiplied by 1 by 2, you will get 1 by 8. Okay, this means you were assuming the number x, then you were subtracting 1 by 2 from that x, then what was coming, that is the result, that was multiplied by 1 by 2, and it is equated to 1 by 8. Thus the equation found was our like this. So the equation for this one, the question number 1 was framed was the x you have taken, from that you have subtracted this 1 by 2, and again this is the result that you have multiplied it by 1 by 2, you were getting 1 by 8. From here the x was calculated. Okay, so this was in question number 1. Question number 2, it was the perimeter of a rectangle was given. So when one thing is given, you have to frame the equation based on this statement. Next one, the relation between length and width, because perimeter is based on the length and width. In this question you have to calculate the length and width, but for calculating the length and width, the other conditions were given. Length is 2 meters more than twice of the width, so width was considered as x, so length become 2 more than twice of x. So x is first converted into 2x, then this is further increased by 2 to get the length. So this is the length. Now it is the perimeter. Perimeter is twice sum of the length and breadth. In that equation we have just substituted it. See, twice length and width. So length is our 2x plus 2, width is x. So twice, this is the formula that we have used. It is 154, x was calculated 25. So this is the width that we have calculated, but length you have to substitute in this length expression, means 2x plus 2, substitute this 25, it is coming as 52. A student, this is the perimeter of rectangle. If it is the perimeter of a square, then you need to apply the condition that all the opposite sides are equal, then their perimeter. If it is the circle, you have to apply for the 2 pi r, those things. This perimeter are nothing but these are the boundary length. So just by applying the condition for rectangle that their opposite sides are equal and adding all these 4 length, you can get the perimeter 154. and the value of x is calculated. Up to this much we had done in our last class. This was the solution of question number 1. While subtracting, we were getting the same thing. Was this one? X minus 1 by 2 whole bracket 1 by 2 is equals to 1 by. A student, be careful regarding solving this bracket, because x at the denominator 1. So first you simplify this, bring it on the same bracket, then only you can go for the cross multiplication. Okay, so be careful. Or even this part can also be directly solved by the other way, like this. Students, this can be also solved by the other way. See this? It is our x minus 1 by 2 means 1 by 2 is subtracted from the unknown, multiplied by 1 by 2. This is giving us 1 by 8. See, students, here x is at one place, so we may keep it. How? Let us go for the cross multiplication. But be careful, for that cross multiplication, this 1 by 2, this can only be multiplied, not this 2. Means you can keep this 1 by 2 here, and then this 2 will get multiplied to this 1. So it is 1 by 8. In numerator it have gone. This can be cancelled. Means it is like x minus 1 by 2 is our 1 by 4. But student, this is the equation. Do not forget to put the or this implies symbol here. This is so simple now. So x at one place is 1 by 4. This is negative. It will turn into plus of 1 by 2. Now, these are the two fractions on right hand side. Take their LCM as 4. It will 1, and this will come as 2 times. So it is 3 by 4. So this is the value of x. Here we are getting both the answer are same. It is 3 by 4. It is 3 by 4. So it doesn't depend how you are following, but be careful regarding the solution. So while you are sending the cross multiplication, all things in the numerator have to be set. This 1 by 2 means this outside 2 was in denominator of this entire term, therefore it was sent in. But you cannot send this 2 here right now, because in the denominator of x it is 1. So be careful regarding such steps. These are important. Let us consider the question number 3. Base of an isosceles triangle. So wherever this isosceles triangle word is given, from this itself you must understand. You first draw the isosceles and recall the properties of isosceles triangle. We are knowing that if we have an isosceles triangle, it simply means its two sides are equal. That is the only concept. Let me draw an isosceles triangle like this. A, B, C. So ABC is an isosceles triangle. So isosceles term means its two sides are equal. So it is given at base. A student, in this, the base is given as 4 by 3 centimeter. The isosceles means the other two sides. These two sides are equal. This is the base and these are the other two sides. So these two sides are equal. So consider this as x, means one of the side as x, this side will also be x. This is the only condition. So in this case, wherever the term say isosceles is present, this itself indicates these two side lengths are equal. So one of the side length you assume as x, the other will also be x. It is this. Now it is given that perimeter of this triangle is this one. Now the perimeter, this perimeter is sum of the three sides of a triangle. So here it is given that the perimeter is 4, 2 by 50. Now from this triangle we have assumed the unknown quantity, means the side is the remaining equal side, it is this one. So student, you must write in the statement like this: let the equal side be x. Then what is according to problem? According to question, we have perimeter as 4, 2 by 50. Two things were given. One of the base, the other equal side were asked. We had assumed that as x. Then the given condition is its perimeter. Okay. So this way, each and every term or word or entire statement we have used. So from this perimeter is equals to 4th, 2 by 15, we can find this x. What is this perimeter? Sum of all the three sides means x plus 4 by 3. Means AB plus BC plus CA, that is the perimeter. Means it is like our AB plus BC plus CA. This is the sum of all the three sides. This is 4 2 by 3. This is the definition of perimeter I have written. This AB have to be calculated. X plus 4 by 3 plus x is 4 2 by 15. Now we have to calculate the x from here. X and x will get added to give 2x, and the right hand side become 15 4 ja 60 plus 2 is our 62 by 15, and 4 by 3 was on left hand side. It will come in the subtraction of this 4 by 3. It's that much. A student, keep in mind 4 by 3 from the left hand side, we have bring it on right hand side, and this 4 whole 2 by 15 is written in the improper fraction form so that it can be solved. So this is our 2x is equals to the LCM remains 15. It is our 62 minus of 4 into this 3 will go 5 times, so that 5 here. So this implies this 2x is equals to 62 minus 5 4s are 20. So 62 minus 20 is our 42 by 15. It is this one. Now what will be the x? 42 by 15 into 2. This 2 will come in denominator. Now cancel. This will go for the 21 time. Now even 3 is still common. 7 3s are and 7 5s are. So this simply tells that these other sides are 7 by 5. Therefore, we can write here other remaining equal sides are 7 by 5. This is the answer. The unit do not forget to write. Here it is given that it is in the centimeter. So this is in the centimeter. This way, a student, you have to read the question carefully, frame the equation, and in the term of unknown that you have assumed, and making equation or simplifying this equation, you have to find the value of unknown. So this is the only concept that you need to apply again and again. Let us now come for the question number 4. In this question number 4, it is given that sum of two number is 95. If one exceed other by 15, find the number. So a number we have to find. So write, let the number be x. So whatever the number you have to find, assume that as x. Then again start reading from the beginning. Sum of two numbers means the two number you have to determine. Sum of them is 95. But it is given that one number exceeds the other by 15. Here you have assumed one number as x. What is the other number? The other number exceeds this x. Exceeds means greater than. Simply mean that. Therefore, the other number will be 15 more than this number. So it will be x plus 15, that much only. Now according to question, it is given that sum of these two number, one we have assumed as x, the other become x plus 15. So these are the two number. It is given that sum of two number is 95, means these two number. Then according to question, x plus x plus 15. This is our 95. It's that much easy. So go for simplifying it. Remove the bracket. X plus 15. Why we had kept this bracket? That indicate it is the second number. So sum of these two numbers. So after removing this bracket, it will remain as it is. So x plus 15 is our 95. Now find the value of x. It becomes 2x is equals to 95. Send this 15 on right hand side, minus of 15. So here our 2x is equals to 95 minus 15. So x become 80 divided by 2. This x came in denominator. So it becomes 80 by 2. So 80 by 2 is our 40. So this is the one number. But what are the other number? Other will be 40 plus 50. You have to just find the numbers. Please listen here. It is not just one number is asking. It is both the number that you have to write. So therefore, other number, it is our x plus 15. So it is 40 plus 15. It is our 55. Therefore, you have to write the complete answer. The numbers are, one is this x 40 and the other is x plus 15. It is our 55. This is the answer. Here you are getting, adding this 40 and 55, we are getting 95. So our answer is correct. Now let us come for the question number 5. So first read the question carefully. Two numbers are in ratio of 5 by 3. If they differ by 18, what are the numbers? So two numbers are asked. It is given that these two numbers are in ratio of 5 by 3. Means what? If you assume one number as x, the other number by the first number become 5 by 3. So this way the two number will be determined. If they differ by 18, then the difference of two number will be 80. Means subtraction. Let me explain here. Then I will rewrite it. Students, just understand it. It is given that two numbers are in the ratio of 5 by 3. So one number, if you are assuming as the x, the other number, the ratio of two number, other number you are not knowing. So other number by this first number, it will be your 5 by 3. So other number, send this x here, it becomes 5 by 3x. So this way the two number, one will be x, other number will be 5 by 3x. So this is what is the meaning of this much statement. So simply wherever some ratio is given, students, you first assume one number, write the other number as product of this ratio. Therefore, the two number are in the ratio of 5 by 3. If they differ, the second part is here. If they differ, means the difference of these two is 18. Means the second part will be, if you are subtracting one from the other, you may assume x as the bigger number. So difference become x minus 5 by 3x. This difference is given as 8. This will be the equation. So these much simple things are there. So let me write it quickly. So two numbers are in the ratio of 5 by 3. They differ by 18. What are the numbers? So write for this question number 5. So let the numbers be x. Therefore, other number, it is given that it is in the ratio of 5 by 3. So the other number will be 5 by 3x. Then, according to question, here in this 5 by 3x and x, we are observing that 5 by 3x is greater than this x. Therefore, we need to take 5 by 3x minus x is given as 18. which is in the question. Now this x have the denominator 3, but this x have the denominator 1. So take the common denominator. It becomes 5x minus of, this is our 3x, is equals to 18. Now go for the cross multiplication. After this, we can go for the cross multiplication. 5x minus 3x, directly we can write in numerator as the 2x. So this implies 5x minus 3x as the 2x by 3 is equals to 18. Or go for the cross multiplication, it becomes 18 into 3, and this 2 will come in denominator. 2 9s are, so x value is our 9 3s are 27. So this is the value of x, but we have to find both the numbers. So what will be the other number? For the other number, we need to find the 5 by 3 of this x. It is this number. Therefore, our other number is 5 by 3x. So we need to put this x. Now, the 27, this is being cancelled now. 9 times, then 9 multiplied by 5, it is our 45. Therefore, finally you have to write numbers are the two numbers. One is 27 and 45. Now let us come for the question number 6. In question number 6, it is given that 3 consecutive integers adds up to 51. What are these integers? So integers we have to find. How many integers? It is given 3. 3 integers we need to find. But these integers should be consecutive. Consecutive means just successive, means one after another. So integers that we have learned, if we are taking one integer as 5, what is its next integer? It is 6. What is the next to that? It is 7. So this 5, 6, 7 are consecutive. Consecutive का meaning होता है लगातार, एक साथ. That one means one after another, or successive. It simply means that. But it should be integer. So that's why we cannot decimal. Say here we have assumed say 5, then next is 6. It cannot be 5.5 because 5.5 is no longer integer. So that's not simple thing. So in this question number 6, we have to assume 3 integers, or rather 3 consecutive integers. So one integer, if you are assuming as x, the other will be x plus 1. The other will be x plus 2. Means these are the consecutive. Or even students, you are free to take it backward. Because say 1 is 5, what is consecutive? Means just behind that, it could be the 4 or 1. You may assume x, then other as x minus 1, then other one more lesser x minus 2. But be careful, either you take this set or this set, any of or either of these two, but do not take one from this, other from this. Okay, now? So be careful. So this way, in this question, we have to assume the 3 integers or 3 consecutive integers as x, x plus 1, x plus 2, but they will get add up to 51. This way we can determine. So let us come for the question number 6 now. So let the integers be, or integer be x, then 3 consecutive integers are, so one we have assumed as x, the other will surely be x plus 1, the other will x plus 2. With this one, according to question, it is given that sum of these 3 consecutive integer is our 51. So it becomes x, x plus 1, x plus 2 as 51. Removing the bracket, no sign will change. x and x, it becomes 3x. 1 plus 2 is 3 is equals to 51. Here this 3x is equals to 51 minus 3. This x become 51 minus 3 is our 48 by 3. Go for dividing or cancelling the common factor. 1 time, then 18, then 6. So x is our 16. But what are the 3 consecutive integers? It will be x plus 1, x plus 2 also. Therefore, 3 consecutive integers are, one is our 16, the other increased by 1 becomes 17, the other one is our 18. From this 16 we have calculated x plus 1 as 16 plus 1. It is this 17 that we have written here, and the other is our x plus 2. The other one, it is our 16 plus 2. It is our 18. So these are the 3 consecutive integers. So be careful, student. Questions are very simple. You need to write the given condition, frame the equation. Student, you just assume one. Here we have applied the word consecutive. Consecutive means continuous, one succeeding other, or one preceding other, maybe succeeding or maybe preceding. Student, here even we can also take like this. One as x, the other can be x minus 1, the other can be x minus 2 also. If we are taking like this, let us see, then it becomes x plus x minus 1 plus x minus 2. This becomes equal to 51. This time x plus x plus x, 3x, minus 1 minus 2 minus of 3 is equals to 51. This time the x become 51 plus 3. This is our 3x. So x become 54 by 3. Cancelling, it is our 1 time and then 8 time. Here what we are getting? Here we are getting the x is our 18. So when x is 18, what are the other? 18 minus 1 and 18 minus 2. So therefore, other are x minus 1. So 18 minus 1 and x minus 2. 18 minus 2, it is our 16. It is our 17. So still we are getting our result remains the same. One is 16, 17 and 18. So our answer do not depends on whether we are taking x plus 1, x plus 2 or x minus 1, x minus 2. This is the beauty. So be careful. Simply consecutive simply means it should be continuous, either in forward direction or in backward direction. Let us go for the next question. Question number 8. In question number 8, 3 consecutive integers are such that when they are taken in increasing order and multiplied by 2, 3 and 4 respectively, they add up to 74. See, again we have to consider the consecutive, but some additional condition is taken. Here it is given that taken in increasing order. Therefore, if we are taking one as x, the other must be like x plus 1. Need not be x plus 1, the other condition we need to take. But surely it should be increasing. It cannot be x minus 1. This is the decreasing order. This is the increasing order. So we need to take in increasing order. So the word taken in increasing order have the significance. The next integer will be bigger. Okay. But here it is given that multiplied by 2, 3 and 4. So read carefully, then apply the condition, frame the equation. So we have to find these integers. How many integers? The 3 integers. Here it is given that 3 consecutive integers are such that. So write down, let the 3 consecutive integers, here a special care have to be taken, increasing order, and these integers are consecutive. So it will be x plus 1 and x plus 2. It will be this one only. Why? Because if we are taking x minus 1, then it become decreasing.
Decreasing order.
So decreasing need not be taken. So be careful. It is increasing and it is decreasing. If it is given in decreasing order, then you need to take x minus 1. But in the question, it is given that it should be in increasing order. So that's why we have taken x, x plus 1 and x plus 2. Okay, students? It is this one. Now, it is given that and multiplied by 2, 3 and 4 respectively. Multiplied by 2, 3 and 4 respectively means what? This is multiplied by 2, means x is multiplied by 2, it becomes 2x. The next consecutive integer is x plus 1. So this is multiplied by 3. X plus 1 is multiplied by 3. So we need to write 3x plus 1. Whether we shall write 3x plus 1? No. A student, it is given that this entire integer is multiplied. So do not forget this bracket. It is 3x plus 1. Students, if you are forgetting this bracket, this have a different meaning. It becomes 3x plus 1 of x plus 1, which is different from this 3 bracket x plus 1. Here it is given that x plus 1 is multiplied by 3. Then the next is multiplied by 4. So this entire x plus 2 have to be multiplied by 4. So these are the new numbers. So after multiplication, they add up to 74. Means adding these 3 numbers, it will give us 74. So write according to question. You also have to write exactly the same way how I am writing. Okay. Then according to question, this twice of this x plus thrice of the x plus 1 plus 4 times of x plus 2. This is going to give us the 74. It simply means this. Now go for simplifying this. These brackets are very important. So it is 2x plus 3x plus 3 plus 4x plus 8 is equals to 74. Go for collecting these x. 2x plus 3x, 5x plus 4x is our 9x. And the right hand side is 74 minus of this 3x plus 8x. That will be in the left hand side. It becomes 11x. When it go on the right hand side, it becomes minus of 11. Okay. So this way, the x can be calculated by 74 minus 11 is our 63 divided by 9 7 times. So this implies x is 7. Therefore, the other integer is our x plus 1. That becomes 7 plus 1 is equals to 8. The other is x plus 2. 7 plus 2 is our 9. Therefore, consecutive or required integers are, one is our 7, another 8, another 9. This is the answer. Let us go for the question number 9. The ages of Rahul and Harun are in ratio of 5:7. 4 years later, the sum of their age will be 56. So two persons are there. One is Rahul, another is Harun. Their ages are in ratio of 5:7. So I have just explained. If I am assuming the age of Rahul as x, then age of Harun will be 5/7x. Just the concept I had explained in previous question. Then 4 years later means again we need to increase the age of Rahul as well as the Harun. Then their sum of their age will be 56. So let us say the ages of Rahul and Harun are in ratio of 5:7. So right, let the age of Rahul be x, be x or equals to x, then age of Harun will be 5/7x. So this is the present age that we have taken. So these are the present age. But in question it is given that 4 years later, means right now, today the age of Rahul is x and the age of Harun is 5/7x. Then what will be the age after 4 years? The age of Rahul become x plus 4 and the age of Harun become 5/7x plus 4. So it is like that. So 4 years later, the age have to be calculated. So it is talking that after 4 years, means later, 4 years later, the sum of their age, means after 4 years they will have their new age. At that time, sum of their age is 56. So we need to apply the later age. These were the present age. Therefore, you have to write. So 4 years later, or many a time it will be written 4 years hence. 4 years hence also mean the same thing. Means from today, 4 years later. Or it is written as the 4 years hence. Means from today onward the 4 years. Whether this phrase is written or this phrase mean the same thing. So after 4 years or 4 years later, the age of Rahul will be whatever this x, that will get added with the 4. So the age of Rahul become x plus 4. In this x we have added this 4. But age of Harun become whatever this x, 5/7x. This will also get added with the 4. Both of them have added with the 4 for the age after 4 years. After this, it is given that according to problem, now this new age, these are what? These are the age after 4 years, which is given in question. Then sum of their new age, it is given as 56. Let us verify. The sum of their age will be, here this statement tells will be, means hoga 56. So we need to add this x plus 4 plus of 5/7x plus 4. This is 56. This is the question. From here, we need to find the value of x only. So this implies, go for adding this. Again, the same thing. We need to remove the bracket. While removing the bracket, no sign change, because in between the bracket, it is the plus sign. So we can leave it. You need to write this statement again. Now this x and x is there. So you need to add these x together. And right hand side is 56. This 4 and 4 on left hand side will get added. It become 8. So on going to right hand side, it become minus of 8. So we need to simplify it. Take the LCM as 7. It becomes 7x plus 5x. And go on subtracting. It becomes 48. Now in numerator, 7x plus 5x is our 12x. In denominator, it is 7. But that 7 will get multiplied on right hand side. So this implies our x will be 48 multiplied by 7 divided by 12. But this 12 can cancel this 48 4 times. So this x is 4 into 7. It is our 28. Therefore, this x is the present age of Rahul. This is 28 years. So do not forget to write the unit. And the age of Harun is given as 5 by 7 x. So 5 by 7 into 28. 7 4s are and 5 4s are 20. So it is 20 years. Okay, student. So these two are the required answer. Student, let us come for the question number 10. So in question number 10, the number of boys and girls in a class are in the ratio of 7:5. The number of boys is 8 more than number of girls. What is the total class strength? Means a class is there. आप कंसीडर कर लीजिए कि आपके ये कुछ क्लास हैं. इसमें आपको दिए हुए हैं कि some number of boys will be there, some girls will be there. It is given that their ratio are 7:5. We are given that the ratio of boys and girls is 7:5. Means boys are always in multiple of this 7 and girls are in multiple of this 5. Like the boys can be 35, then girl will be 25. Because 7 5 times 35 and 5 times 25. So wherever the ratio is given as the 7:5, it is the boy h2 girl. So assume what is given for the boys, associate it with the x. Therefore, we shall assume the number of boys as 7x and number of girls as 5x. Then it becomes more convenient. So wherever the ratio is given, you just associate x in both. This method can be used in our earlier questions also. Okay. So let the number of boys be 7x and the number of girls be 5x. Then according to question, it is given that number of boys is 8 more than number of girls. Means what? Number of boys 7x minus this number of girls 5x, it is 8. It's so simple. So this implies, so 2x is 8, so x is 4. Now the number of boys here is our 7x. So here x will not be the answer. You have to calculate this 7x. So 7x, it is 7 into 4, 28. And the number of girls as 5x. So it is 5 into 4. It is our 2. So total class strength is addition of the number of boys and number of girls. So this will get added to give us 48 students. This is the answer. Student, let us come for the question number 11. So in this question, it is given that Bechung's father is 26 years younger than Bechung's grandfather. One is this condition. And 29 years older than Bechung's. The sum of the ages of all the three is 135 years. What is the age of each one? So 1 is here. So one is Bechung's or Baichung's. I do not know how you people are pronouncing. Or Baizhung's. It is a Chinese name, it appeared to me. Chung Chang Che. Okay, a student, understand this question carefully. So it is given that Bechung's father is 26 years younger than Bechung's grandfather. So Bechung is here. So Bechung's father is there and Bechung's grandfather is there. So let me just denote this Bechung's as B. Then the older to this Bechung's will be father of Bechung's. Then even older there will be grandfather of Bechung's. These are the three things about which this question is talking. So understand carefully. Bechung's father is 26 years younger than Bechung's grandfather. So Bechung's father. So you assume this Bechung's father age as X. Then what will be the age of grandfather? So 26 years younger than Bechung's grandfather. So grandfather will be 26 years older. Simply means if you are assuming the age of Bechung's father as X, Bechung's grandfather will be X plus 26. That could be the one thing. Let us understand it carefully. Various possibilities. So from this, the age of grandfather will be X plus 26. The next is at 29 years older than Bechung's. Means Bechung's father itself is 29 years older than Bechung's. Means this Bechung's will be 29 years younger. Or the age of this Bechung's will be obtained by subtracting 29 from this X. Getting? So this way, in the term of age of Bechung's father, we have written the age of Bechung's grandfather and age of Bechung's itself. Okay? So this is the one way that we can assume. There could be the other way. What is that? The other way, students, you may consider the age of Bechung's itself as X. At that time, age of Bechung's father will be your X plus 29. Then the age of Bechung's grandfather, whatever the age of Bechung's father, in that the 26 get added. Means X plus 29 was already there. This is the age of Bechung's father. In that one, 26 gets added. So either you may apply the method 1, where you assume the Beching's father's age, calculate the Beching's grandfather age, and the Beching's age, apply the condition. Or if you are assuming the age of Beching's itself, then calculate the age of Beching's father by adding 29, then Beching's grandfather by adding 26 in the age of Beching's father. Okay, so these are the two ways by which we shall take the variable. Okay, very easy. So it depends on you whether you are taking this age as x or this age as x. Both are equally easy. So this we have concluded from this one. Beching's father is 26 years younger than Beching's grandfather and 29 years older than Beching's. Sum of the ages of all the three means what we shall write according to question. So according to question, let me consider this method, student. This step we are considering whatever we have written in blue. So x plus 26 plus this x plus of x minus 29. Here what we have assumed, student? Here we have assumed that let the age of Beching's father be x. Then we have written this age of Beching's grandfather as x plus 26 and age of Beching's itself as x minus 29. The sum of all these ages is 135. So from here we need to find the x. Adding x plus x become 3x. This is 26 minus of 29 minus of 3 is 135. This implies 3x is equals to 135 plus 8. It is 138. So the x is 138 divided by 3. 3 4s are 12. It becomes 18 and 3 6s are 18. So x is 46 years. Student, again be careful. What is this x is telling us? This implies the age of Beching's age is x minus 29. That we need to calculate. So it is 46 minus 29. It is 17-year-old. Then the age of Beching's father. This itself we have assumed as x. This is 46 years. The age of Beching's grandfather. This is x plus 26. So 46 plus of 26. It is our 72 years. So these are the three ages that we have to tell. Okay. And if you are adding these three ages, you are coming 135 years. So these were the questions. So student, here we have assumed the age of Beching's father. We may assume the age of Beching itself x, still we will get the same result. Okay, so it is up to you how you are using. Adding the x plus 29 plus of x plus 29 plus 26, you will get the different value of x at this time, and this time the x will be the age of Beching's, the x will be the 17 itself. Okay, the other is you need to add 29 and add 26. So this was all about the question number 11. Now let us come for the question number 12. In this question number 12, 15 years from now, this is the one statement. Ravi's age will be 4 times his present age. This is the statement. What is Ravi's present age? Means the present age, whatever is there, we consider that as X. Then it is said that after 15 years, the age or the new age of Ravi will be there. So in this question number 12, two kind of age they are talking. So 15 years from now, Ravi's age will be 4 times his present age. So let the present age of Ravi, consider the present age of Ravi as X. Then it is talking for 15 years from now, means 15 years later. Then 15 years from now, the age of, or new age you can write, new age of Ravi, that will be obtained by adding 15 in this X. Now according to question, it is given that 15 years later Ravi age will be 4 times his present age. Means this new age X plus 15 will be 4 times, means it becomes equal to 4 times of present age X. This is the equation that we can frame. That is X plus 15 is equals to 4X. Now you send this X on right hand side. 15 is equals to 4X minus X. So 15 is equals to 3X. This implies 15 by 3 is equals to X. This will get cancelled to the 5. This implies X is equals to 5. So therefore, the present age of Ravi is 5 years. And what will be its future age? That will be obtained by adding 15 in this 5. It becomes 20. Yeah. So this was all about what is Ravi's present age. So present age is being asked. We have calculated the present. So this was all about the question number 12. Students, in this question number 13, we have a rational number is such that when you multiply it by 5 by 2 and add 2 by 3 to the product, you get minus of 7 by 12. What is the number? Where is it? So a rational number you assume as X, then you multiply that X by this 5 by 2, it becomes 5 by 2X. Then you will add 2 by 3 to the product, means whatever the 5 by 2X, that you will add 2 by 3, you will get minus of 7 by 12. So right, let the rational number is equals to X. Then whatever the conditions are there, we need to write it. Students, rational number such that you multiply it by 5 by 2. So first multiply X by 5 by 2, then add 2 by 3. Then you will get minus of 7 by 12. Means X multiplied by 5 by 2 plus of 2 by 3 is equals to minus of 7 by 12. Then this X need to be multiplied by 5 by 2. X is multiplied. In this you have added 2 by 3. See, there is 2 by 3. So this 2 by 3 is being added, then we are getting, means it is equated to minus of 7 by 12. It's that much easy. So we have to just calculate. So writing x multiplied by 5 by 2, or it is simply 5x by 2 plus 2 by 3 is equals to minus of 7 by 12. We need to send the constant on the other side, or student, we can multiply both sides simply by the 12. That way we can also do is equals to minus of 7 by 12 minus, this will change into the minus 2 by 3. So it is our 5x by 2 is equals to, taking the LCM, it is our 12 minus of 7 minus of 2 into 3 fours are, so it is like this 4. So 5x is equals to minus of 7, 5x by 2 minus of 4 2s are 8 by 12. So this way 5x is equals to, first you need to simplify this, it is 15 by 12, and this 2 will come to this numerator and this 5 will come to this denominator. We can directly calculate this x. So this 5 3s are 15 and 2 and this 12 6s are. Now this 3 2s are, minus sign is already there. So x is, therefore x is minus 1 by 2. So this is a rational number. Therefore our rational number is minus 1 by 2. This is the answer. This way we need to solve. A student, by taking the LCM we have solved this. There is quickly solving this. Once we have framed this equation, means our equation is 5x by 2 plus 2 by 3 is equals to minus of 7 by 12. Multiply both sides by the LCM of all this denominator, it is 12. So simply 12 into 5x by 2 plus 12 into 2 by 3 is equals to minus of 7 by 12 into 12. These are getting cancelled. This is getting 4 times, this is getting 6 times. So this is 6 5s are 30x minus, no, it is the plus 4 2s are 8 is equals to, this is minus of 7. Here 30x, right hand side it is minus 7 minus of 8. You will get the same thing. So x is equals to minus of 15 by 30. Still it is getting cancelled. So x obtained is minus of 1 by 2. You will get the same result, or we are getting the same result. Minus is this minus sign, 1 by 2. So whether you solve by taking the LCM or by multiplying each of the term by their LCM, both way you will get the same result. This was all about the today's class. Let us stop the class here.